Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. You know, there is a coat I was wearing yesterday. Ini mafans mko funny sana sometimes. Ati ile koti ni ya Rigathi Gachagua? Bana. Niliona mashabiki kwa comments wakisema kaka, mbona unavanga koti ya Rigathi Gachagua? Bana. Hakuna siku nitashia koti na Rigathi. Yo, wacheni siasa mko nayo bana. Yaani mkafanya mpaka nikaenda nikatoa koti yangu hata karibu nichome. No. Sipendangi kuwa associated na Rigathi. No, pana. Mamu kufanya vizuri. Anyway. I wish Kenya could have listened to Uhuru Kenyatta. How I wish that Kenya could have listened and taken into account Uhuru Kenyatta's counsel. Before Uhuru retired, he advised Kenyans and gave an opinion and said, I'm going home, but the only person I see worth trusted who can rescue this Republic of Kenya is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. He went further and said, I have worked with these people. I know them. They are full of lies. They are full of deceit. They are full of conmanship. Do not sell your country to such people. Uhuru said, yes, I am living. Yes, you might not listen to me, but at the end of the day, you have a choice to make. Either you take my counsel or leave it. There is a video of Fred Matiangi that has caught my attention. And this video, the words in that video has come to vindicate the former Interior CS, Dr. Fred Matiangi. I just met this video accidentally. It just popped into me. And I was like, okay. I listened to that video and picked a few points which I want to tell Kenyans. I wish we could have listened to this. And luckily or unluckily enough, Matiangi was speaking this to bishops. Kilichonifurahisha sana in that video is Matiangi was addressing the bishops. Do you know the problems that we are going through as a country now was planted by the same pastors? If this Kenya sinks, personally, I don't know from your side, I will entirely blame the church. If this country goes into the ditch, the church must be held responsible. I speak that without any fear of contradiction. Right? If Kenya goes astray, if anything goes wrong in this republic, Kenyans, hold the church accountable. Now, in the video, Matiangi is raising very pertinent points. In the video, Matiangi is oozing wisdom. In that video, Matiangi is pouring counsel. In that video, Matiangi is unleashing prophecies. And I'm like, God, guy, why didn't Kenyans listen to this man? Why didn't they? Anyway, this is Matiangi's video. I want to give you Matiangi's video. Take your time and listen to it. I'm coming back so that we look at that video and exactly what is happening now in Kenya. Can we listen to this video?
When a political leader, a national leader tells people, I will put aside 150 billion for market women, I'll put aside 50 billion for boda boda, I'll put aside 100 billion for this. I know how much our budget is and the projected growth of our budget. That time you have not talked about the amount of money that you are taking to counties, you have not talked about transfers for the education sector and so on. Where are you going to get that money to provide that kind of service? You're just lying to those people because you are telling them things they want to hear. And because they won't ask you questions, you just get along with it. You know, when you keep saying this deep state, who is that? And the people are using that phrase and complaining are members of the National Security Council. They hold public offices. They tell you they are powerful people. So who is that? Not this facade and stories that are being coined and being bandied around. Just so that people create excuses and the camouflage around things that don't exist to survive, or create excuses and pathways of lying and carrying the public along with them. I want to ask you as church ministers, I am your son, and as a public servant, we have a country to serve. Let us not be victims of some of these lies that you keep hearing around. But things that just don't make sense even to a fool. How would you tell people? Yeah. How will you stand up? I'm asking you. How, Bishop, how will you stand up in public and tell me, who is that? And then actually you don't even have the courage enough to take a decision and say, okay, because I don't agree with the Attorney General and all these people, me, I'm not going to be party to you. In the morning, you speak like government. In the afternoon, you speak like opposition. The artists, the political artists, who want to avoid that conversation, they come up with all manner of excuses. Oh, there are people who hate me called deep state, and you sit with them daily. So when do they become deep? When they are with you or when they are not with you? This story of you must look for a way of creating some level of sympathy so that people can sympathize with you, that you are an underdog. So you create some phantom, some fictitious devils that are existent somewhere that are against you. And these devils are not described. So you use some communist type language and call them deep state. And say, you know, these people, they may be having the state, but we have God. God is for all of us. You can't have God yourself. People are running around here who have held public responsibilities. They are not accounting for what they did when they were holding those public responsibilities. You are the religious leaders. The story of talents in the New Testament. What did you do with the ones I gave you first before you come for more? What about these jokes?
Ladies and gentlemen, politics aside, if you are a Kenyan who is living in this country, you know it's very cold out here. That is why I had to wear this. Right? So those who feel like they want to support Kakasungura, my M-Pesa number is down here. You can render your support. In that video, Matiangi is raising very serious points. He is asking, you go to a meeting and allocate billions of shillings to Boda Boda, allocate billions of shillings to Mama Mboga, allocate billions of shillings to Mokokoteni, allocate billions of shillings, I don't know in which chama. You allocate billions of shillings, I don't know in which Boda Boda group, you know. Now Matiangi is saying, you are allocating this money into groups away from the money allocated to counties and ministries. You go into a political rally, you offered, just offered kwa kichwa tu, we just say, as government, we have allocated 500 billion for boda in Webuye. As a government, we have allocated 150 billion for this hospital. Just offered. As a government, we have allocated, I don't know how much, to Mama Mboga. When all these allocations, you put them together, you find, in Kakamega County alone, Ruto has allocated like 1 trillion. That is Kakamega alone. And this country has like 47 counties. Now tell me, Matiangi is asking in that video, tell me Kenyans, how practical is this? Budget ya Kenya yote, yani budget ile inabeba Kenya. You feed counties, you feed the president, you feed the whole budget yote, Kenya mzima yote is about 3 trillion. Na hiyo ndio imeenda juu zaidi. Hiyo ndio the highest. But the budget has been around 2 trillion. Sasa, when Kakamega alone is taking 1 trillion from your yani, I'm arguing from the offered allocations. Yani ukichukua karatasi usikize wakati Ruto ameenda mkutano doseme kama ni Turkana, you just pick a paper and a pen akiwa kwa mkutano. Unasikia technical training college tumeweka bilioni 50. Uandika bilioni 50. Kwa hii barabara ya kutoka sijui ni wapi kuelekea wapi, kama serikali tumetenga shilingi bilioni 200. Wewe uandike chini bilioni 200. Kwa hii hospitali yenu ya hapa, nimeongea na mjumbe yenu, tumetenga shilingi bilioni 60 ya kununua vifaa. Hebu nione kwa mikono, makofi. Unaandika 60 billion. Anasonga mbele anasema, mimi nimeambiwa kuna shule hapa ambayo inahitaji kujengwa. Nimezungumza na mjumbe yenu, tumeweka shilingi milioni 1,300. Wewe andika chini 1,300,000. Anasonga mbele anasema, wiki ijayo kwa miezi 2-3 serikali ya Kenya kwanza imetenga bilioni shilingi 200,000, imetenga shilingi bilioni 60 ama bilioni 100 ili kuja kumaliza hii damu yenu hapa, ili wakulima wapate maji, wazalishe, tupate chakula. Ama namna gani wenzangu? Wewe andika chini bilioni 100. Anasonga mbele tena anasema, mimi kama rais wenu wa taifa la Kenya, iko stadium hapa ambayo haijajengwa. Sisi kama serikali ya Kenya kwanza tumetenga bilioni shilingi 30. Andika chini tu bilioni 30. By the time William Ruto leaves Turkana itself, ametenga 1 trillion offered. Sasa unauliza hii Turkana peke yake mjamaa ameweka 1 trillion. Just Turkana itself 1 trillion. Now tell me, wa Kenya. So in this video, Matiangi is asking, he was ever asking bishops. Hata kuna bishop mmoja aliuliza akamwambia, wewe bishop, surely these are lies. Now in this video, Matiangi says that, some people 8 in the morning wako kwa Security Council, National Security Council meeting. Asubuhi saa 2 Nairobi. Wako akina Matiangi amekaa hapa, Kibicho ndio huyu, the deputy president ndio huyu by then. Mkutano National Security Council wamekaa hapo. And he is chairing because he is the chair of the National Security Council. Saa 2 asubuhi. Anamaliza mkutano saa 3. Anapanda ndege, anaenda Nyamira saa 3:30. Anachukua microphone, anasema ati kuna deep state inataka kumumaliza. Deep state gani? kushinda ule mkutano alikuwa amechea asubuhi wa security. Yani some fabrications which cannot even make sense to a fool, as Matiangi is saying in that video. So in short, Matiangi called them political artists. You know who are artists? Artists are people who come up with songs, who come up with content creators, artists. Someone who designs something. You see? So, these guys were just political artists. They fabricate issues. Yani, wanatafuta propaganda to ride on for the sake of these innocent citizens. And in that video, Matiangi father says, he can lie to you because at that particular time, the public has no time to ask him questions so that he can clarify. He just speaks and goes. He speaks, goes. So he gets away with all those lies because the public has no opportunity to respond or ask questions. Ladies and gentlemen, I can confidently say the prophecy from Matiangi has come to pass. Matiangi is even, in this video, Matiangi is even warning the church and telling them, bishops, do not fall into the traps of conmen. Yeye ndiye amesema, bishops, I beseech you, the church, be very careful so that you don't fall into the trap of these lies. If there are people who should rescue people from those lies, is the church. Because you know the Bible, you know the truth. Stand firm and tell people the reality and the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, all those lies, not even a single one, not even one, has come to pass. The Kenya Kwanza has not even acted even a single lie to convince Kenyans that yes, we can work. They are now telling us that Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. What they see important is to add 5 billion into Ruto's office. That is the most important than paying doctors their salaries. Our watu, what they value most is appointing 50 CAS. Hiyo ndio wanaona ya muhimu than paying teachers their salaries. Kitu wanaona kubwa sana Kenya hii ni kutumia 100 million every Sunday for Thanksgiving ceremony since they were elected. Hicho ndio wanaona cha muhimu than paying civil servants their salaries. It's a sad state of affairs, ladies and gentlemen. When Raila calls you into the streets, do not question. Wacha kuuliza maswali. Baba akisema ni street, he means it and he knows what he's saying. So today Gachagua is telling people at yes, we are struggling in paying salaries because Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers. Uhuru Kenyatta left empty coffers, yet where you are using public resources. Which kind of government is this? Ni serikali ya walevi ama ya majambazi vile Martha Karua anasema? Serikali ya wakora na waongo. But then Kenyans, Raila is here for you. Make the right decision. Choose Raila or choose to die. You only have 2 options. God bless you. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen.